Hey there, Roblox warriors! Welcome to the ultimate guide for Roblox Rivals, the adrenaline-packed shooter game where you can face off against others in epic 1v1 to 5v5 duels. Whether you're here to dominate the leaderboards or just snag some sweet rewards, one thing's for sure: your weapon choice can make or break your game. That's right, having the right gear isn't just important, it's essential if you want to crush your opponents and climb to the top. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down the Rivals weapon tier list, ranking every single gun from God tier S weapons to the not-so-great C tier ones. If you're new and trying to figure out which blaster will give you the edge, or if you're a seasoned player looking to up your game, stick around. By the end, you'll know exactly which weapons to hunt for and which ones to leave behind. Ready to lock and load? Let's dive in. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking weapons in Roblox Rivals. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, flamethrower, flare gun, fist, and chainsaw. Alright, let's talk about the weapons that'll make you question your life choices in Roblox Rivals. These aren't the worst of the worst, but they're far from contenders for MVP. Welcome to the chaotic world of C tier weapons. Use them if you dare, but don't say I didn't warn you. First up, the flamethrower. On paper, it sounds like a dream. Burn damage, rechargeable ammo, and the ability to multitask. Plus, it bypasses the katana and clears smoke clouds like a pro. But here's the kicker. It has the range of a toddler's water pistol. Sure, it's flashy, but for all its expensive upkeep, the damage output often leaves you scratching your head. If you're going up against someone who knows how to keep their distance, you might as well bring a marshmallow and toast it over your own flames. Then there's the flare gun, which has situational written all over it. It's fantastic in tight spaces, like a small map where you can deny areas and ignite the same opponent over and over. But take it to an open map like Splash and it's a comedy act. With just one ammo and a single magazine, missing your shot leaves you defenseless. And let's be honest, we all miss sometimes. Oh, and good luck finding a proper secondary to back it up. At least you'll look cool setting things on fire, right? Now, let's not forget the fist, which is basically your emergency escape button. Double jumping and fast hits make it a mobility king, perfect for tight corners and close combat. But here's the downside. Every time you charge in swinging, you leave yourself wide open. It's the ultimate risk-reward weapon. Great for making daring escapes, but don't expect to win a prolonged fight with it unless you're a master at dodging. Finally, the chainsaw. This one is the wild card of the C tier. It's dirt cheap, hits like a truck, and gives you insane mobility when you activate its ability. Sounds great, right? But the second you try chasing someone with it, you're left wide open for a counterattack. Oh, and prepare to be called no skill by everyone and their grandma, because chainsaw, RPG, and exogun users all seem to share that special badge of shame in this game. So there you have it. These C tier weapons aren't entirely useless, but they come with more strings attached than a puppet show. Use them wisely, or don't, and let the chaos ensue. Let me know in the comments which one you think deserves to break free from the C tier chains, or if they belong there forever. Now, let's move on to the B tier lineup. Things are about to get interesting. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, RPG, Uzi, and knife. Picture this. You're in the middle of a chaotic round in Roblox Rivals. Rockets are flying, Uzis are spraying, and someone just tried to backstab you with a knife. Yeah, we're diving into the B tier weapons today. The gear that's solid but not exactly game-breaking. Let's break it down because, hey, maybe you can make these work if you've got the skills. Or the luck. First up, the RPG. A weapon that screams noob-friendly, but also packs a punch if used right. Landing a direct hit is devastating, and the splash damage? Let's just say no one's walking away from that. Plus, you can rocket jump to get some height advantage, which is a neat little trick. The downside? Those rockets are slow. Like grandma crossing the street slow. Anyone with decent reflexes can dodge them, leaving you looking like a clown with a giant tube on your shoulder. And don't forget, if you're not rocket jumping, your movement speed is painfully slow. So yeah, it's powerful, but also a bit of a meme weapon. Now let's talk Uzi, the pocket-sized bullet sprayer. It's fast, affordable, and doesn't require hours of grinding to unlock, which is a huge plus for beginners. But before you get too excited, this thing isn't a laser beam. Its damage is pretty low, and there's some serious drop-off at range. Oh, and if someone's rocking a katana, your bullets are basically free deflection practice for them. So while the Uzi is great for close-range chaos, don't expect it to carry you to victory. And finally, the knife, the ultimate high-risk, high-reward weapon. It's cheap, grants insane mobility, and if you land a backstab, it's instant death for your target. Sounds awesome, right? Except, backstabbing isn't exactly easy. Your aim has to be pixel perfect, and if you miss, you're pretty much toast. Plus, its regular damage is laughable compared to other weapons. Still, there's something undeniably satisfying about pulling off a sneaky multi-backstab play. If you're up for the challenge, the knife might just be your ticket to some legendary plays. So, are these B-tier weapons worth it? Honestly, they've got their quirks, but with the right strategy and a bit of luck, they can be more than just memes. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, bow, paintball gun, grenade launcher, assault rifle, slingshot, handgun, and scythe. Alright, let's dive into the juicy details of the A-tier weapons in Roblox Rivals. These bad boys are like the unsung heroes of the battlefield. Strong, versatile, but with just enough quirks to keep things interesting. Ready? Let's break them down. First up, the bow. Oh, the satisfaction of landing that perfectly charged shot. Not only does it let you double jump, who doesn't love feeling like a ninja, but the damage boost ability can turn you into a walking delete button. It's fast, cheap, and laughs in the face of katana users. But here's the catch. The odd hitboxes make aiming tricky, and charging to 200%? Yeah, you better hope no one's breathing down your neck while you're standing there, glowing like a neon target. Now, let's talk paintball gun. This thing is both a blessing and a curse. The paint splatter? Genius. It blocks your opponent's vision, which is basically free chaos points in a game. But here's the kicker, it only really shines if you're nailing headshots. Plus, for all its fire rate and damage, it's the most expensive weapon in the game. Imagine grinding your soul away, only to find out its critical hits are no better than the base damage. Oh, and katana users? Yeah, they'll still ruin your day. Next on the list, the grenade launcher, aka Boom Goes the Dynamite. It's the anti-katana weapon we all love, with massive direct hit damage and splash that clears the way like a bulldozer. Need to shoot over cover? No problem. Want to blast yourself across the map? Also, no problem. But before you get too excited, the range is meh, and if you use it up close, you'll just knock enemies away instead of finishing them. And let's not forget, it's pricey. You'll need to grind harder than a coffee bean for this one. Moving on, the assault rifle is the all-rounder we didn't know we needed. It's fast, accurate, and free. Yeah, free. You heard me? It's like Roblox is handing out MVP starter packs. But don't get too comfortable. It's deflectable by katana. Again. And the damage drop-off at range means you'll need to stay aggressive. Plus, that 10% movement speed penalty? Not ideal when you're trying to dodge incoming fire. Let's bounce over to the slingshot. This quirky little thing lets you fire at walls and still hit enemies behind cover. Add in the ability to bypass katanas, a large magazine, and a speed boost, and it's a dream for creative players. But, and it's a big but, the damage is low and it's super unreliable. Also, like the paintball gun, it's ridiculously expensive. So unless you're flush with coins, you might want to stick to simpler options. And then there's the handgun. It's the definition of solid. Decent damage, good fire rate, loads of ammo, and it's free. You don't need to sell your soul for this one. Sure, it has its downsides. The damage drops off at range and it doesn't bring the same DPS as flashier weapons. Plus, that equipped sound is like ringing a dinner bell for enemies. But hey, for a starter weapon, it holds its ground. Finally, the scythe. This is for players who want to move fast and hit hard. Its dash ability is a literal lifesaver and makes you feel unstoppable. You can even dash and extend your hit range, which is super satisfying. But, fair warning, it's sluggish. You're swinging like you're underwater, so timing is everything. There you have it. The A-tier weapons are all about balancing power with a bit of patience and skill. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still debating, don't worry, we've got more weapon breakdowns coming up next. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, minigun, burst rifle, shotgun, sniper, hexagun, revolver, trowel, and katana. Alright, let's talk about the heavy hitters in Roblox Rivals. You know, those weapons that make you feel like an unstoppable force, or sometimes just a very expensive target. We're diving into the S-tier lineup today. These are the best of the best, but trust me, they all come with a catch. Let's get into it. First up, the minigun. This beast is what you'd get if destruction came in a can, and you could open it at 1,000 rounds per second. The fire rate is insane, and the damage stacks up ridiculously fast if you land your shots. Plus, it has a massive magazine, so you'll never reload because you don't have to. But here's the catch, it takes a moment to rev up, and that gives your opponents a chance to ruin your day. Also, aiming slows you down to a crawl, making you an easy target for backstabs. Oh, and it's pricey, so start saving those coins now. Next, the burst rifle. This one's a sleeper hit. It's cheap, deals solid damage, and can even insta-kill with 5 headshots. Each burst has a satisfying snap to it, making it a great option for quick engagements. But the burst fire mechanic itself can be a drawback. You're not getting constant damage output, and there's a noticeable drop-off at range. Also, katana users can deflect it back at you, so don't get too cocky. The shotgun is a classic, and honestly, it's a love-hate relationship. If you're up close and personal, this thing is devastating. The damage can delete opponents in one blast. But if you're dealing with someone who's running circles around you or keeping their distance, you're out of luck. The damage drops off hard at range, so pick your battles wisely. At least it's affordable though. Alright sniper fans, here's your moment, the sniper rifle. This weapon is a long-range dream with no damage drop-off and an instant kill on a headshot. It's even usable on smaller maps if you know how to position yourself. But, and this is a big but, you're slow while aiming, and the glaring lens flare when scoping screams, "Hey, shoot me!" Oh, and good luck landing shots without scoping, because the accuracy isn't doing you any favors. Now, the Exogun. This is the ultimate no thoughts, just explosions weapon. It bypasses the katana, reloads fast, and has decent direct hit damage. It's especially useful in crowd control thanks to its splash damage, which can take out multiple opponents at once. But let's not sugarcoat it. Splash damage itself is pretty weak, and this thing costs a fortune. Prepare to grind if you want this bad boy in your arsenal. Moving on to the revolver. Don't underestimate this cheap little powerhouse. It has the highest secondary weapon damage, making it perfect for finishing off weakened opponents. And with its fanning ability, you can spam shots in close quarters combat like an old-school gunslinger. The downside? It's deflectable, has limited ammo, and requires pinpoint accuracy to shine. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's rewarding if you've got the skills. Let's take a quick detour to the trowel. Yes, the trowel. This isn't just a tool, it's a lifestyle. The mobility is unmatched. You can literally fly if you master the technique. But fair warning, it's not cheap, and in tight spaces, your own bricks can betray you. Still, for those who love creative gameplay, this one's a gem. Finally, we've got the iconic katana. This weapon is the ultimate flex against sniper users and even aimbot hackers. It reflects damage back fully, punishing careless opponents hard. Plus, the cooldown on its ability is super short, but it's predictable. Your shiny deflecting ability practically begs enemies to wait for their moment to strike. And yeah, some weapons like the Exogun or utilities are immune to its magic, so it's not invincible. Each of these S-tier weapons has its quirks, but that's what makes them fun. Pick your poison wisely because in Roblox Rivals, every choice comes with a side of chaos. Which one's your favorite? Let me know. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.